Okay, let's dive right into this explainer and completely demystify the massive All India Bar examination. Look, if you're sitting for AIBE 21, you probably have a literal mountain of bare acts sitting on your desk right now, along with a pretty healthy dose of anxiety. But today we're shifting our mindset from panic to pure tactical execution. We are going to decode exactly how you can beat this exam using the ultimate tactical playbook, which we've pulled straight from expert study guides and deep dives into past papers. So that really is the ultimate question, isn't it? Tackling 100 questions in just 180 minutes. The sheer volume of questions, combined with that constantly ticking clock, can feel, frankly, completely overwhelming. And there's this very common illusion out there that because it's an open book format, the exam is somehow easy. Well, let me tell you right now, it absolutely isn't. If you don't have a solid system in place, you will run out of time trying to read through all those books. It's a guarantee.
But here is the crucial point, and it revolves around this magic number, 45. You only need 45 marks to pass this exam. That's it. You don't need a 90. You don't need to be anywhere near perfect. And because there is zero negative marking, every single question is a completely risk-free opportunity. If we can just strategically secure those 45 points, you're going to walk out of that hall a certified advocate. To get you there, here is our AIB battle plan for this explainer. We're going to cover beating the open book exam, executing the 3-round method, mastering your bare acts, targeting the high-priority subjects, locking in key cases, and finally, your exam hall survival checklist. Let's get into it.
Starting off with Section 1, beating the open book exam and dispelling the myths of AIBE XXI. There is a stark contrast between a candidate who passes comfortably and one who totally runs out of time. The ultimate rookie mistake is opening those thick bare acts and frantically flipping through pages trying to read entire sections. You simply cannot waste time reading paragraphs. Instead, you need to use the pro strategy, the index first lookup trick. Here's how it works. You identify a legal keyword in the question, you open the correct act, you go straight to the index, and you locate the specific section number. Boom, you're in and out of that book in under 30 seconds. Which brings us to Section 2, the 3-round method. This is your core time management strategy. Listen very closely here because this is quite literally how you pass the exam. Round 1 is your memory round. You're going to spend your first 40 minutes scanning the entire paper and answering the 30 to 35 questions you already know purely from memory. Do not even think about opening a single book yet. Prioritize these memory-based questions first to bank guaranteed points and build momentum. Okay, round 2 is the direct lookup round. For the next 90 minutes, you tackle questions that have clear keywords. This is exactly where you unleash that index trick we just talked about. Keyword to index, mark the answer, move on. Finally, round 3, your last 40 minutes. This is reserved for the hard, conceptual questions that actually require cross-referencing between different acts. All right, Section 3, mastering the bare acts. Let's talk about the ultimate navigation hat. To really build your speed, you need to map specific keywords directly to the correct bare act. Think of it like a reflex. If a question mentions FIR or arrest, you don't even pause to think. Your hand should immediately grab the BNSS or the CRPC. If you see words like murder or theft, you open the BNS. Spot the word confession? That's going to be the BSA or Evidence Act. And a quick heads up, remember that the new criminal laws came into effect on July 1, 2024. So you absolutely need to know your BNS, BNSS, and BSA, but definitely keep your old IPC and CRPC handy just in case they throw in older saving clause questions. And the golden rule here? Never, ever scan page by page. The table of contents at the very front of your book is your GPS. Let it guide you. Find the relevant chapter in the index, note the page or section number, and flip directly to it. No browsing. Moving to Section 4, high-priority target subjects. This is where you should be aiming your efforts. You see, the AIBE is not weighted equally across all subjects. Focusing your Round 2 energy heavily on constitutional law, CPC, BNSS, BNS, BSA, and the Contract Act is your winning ticket. Just mastering these top 6 subjects accounts for roughly 50 to 60% of your entire exam. Think about that. If you're strong in just these areas, you're already well on your way to hitting that 45-mark passing grade. Then, of course, we have our medium priority targets. These are subjects like professional ethics, family law, and the Negotiable Instruments Act. What's great about these is they are incredibly predictable. For instance, professional ethics is usually an easy 5 marks just by knowing the basic Advocates Act and BCI rules, like simply knowing that an advocate cannot advertise. These subjects essentially act as a safety net, comfortably pushing you past the passing threshold. Next up, Section 5,
key cases, and doctrines. This is all about fueling your memory round. A huge portion of the exam is going to test landmark cases, and here's the catch. You cannot look these up in a bare act. Memorizing these specific case outcomes cold means instant marks during that first 40 minutes. For example, Keshavananda Bharti, that means the basic structure doctrine. Arnesh Kumar, no mechanical arrest under 7 years. Shayara Bano, triple talaq declared unconstitutional. MC Mehta, that established absolute liability with no exceptions. You need to lock these pairings into your memory right now. When you see them on the paper, you just check the box in 2 seconds flat and keep moving.
Also fueling that critical memory round are timelines. Questions about specific numbers and days repeat constantly across different AIB editions. Filing a charge sheet, 60 or 90 days. Notice before a government suit under CPC Section 80, exactly 2 months. Executing a decree, 12 years. Minimum age to contract, 18 years. Commit these exact timeframes to memory tonight. Trust me, it saves you from wasting 5 precious minutes frantically digging through the Limitation Act or the BNSS during the exam.
Finally, Section 6, Final Exam Hall Survival. Let's go over your night before checklist. Okay, you absolutely must follow a strict tabbing and setup protocol. First off, use only blank paper page markers. If you write any notes on them, the invigilator might literally confiscate your books. Keep your acts stacked in priority order right on your desk. Constitution on top, followed by BNSS, CPC, BNS, and then BSA. Go ahead and tab the heavy hitters tonight. Put a tab at Articles 14, 21, 32, 226, and the 7th schedule in the Constitution. Tab Section 173 for FIRs and Section 210 onwards for bail and the BNSS. And the absolute golden rule, because there is zero negative marking, never, ever leave a question blank. Even a completely random blind guess gives you a 25% chance of getting a point. As you sit down in that hall to take this exam, keep this profound truth from Dr. B.R. Ambedkar, the father of the Indian Constitution, in mind. He said the Constitution is not a mere lawyer's document, but a vehicle of life. And by the way, quotes exactly like this one are often tested in the memory round. So remember, you are not just passing a test, you are engaging with the foundational text that governs the entire nation. So, are you ready? You've got the blueprint now. You know to prioritize your memory-based questions first to bank those early points. You know to ruthlessly apply the 3-round method. And you know to use the index-first strategy so you never, ever get lost in a bare act again. Those 45 marks are just sitting there waiting for you. Get your tabs ready tonight, trust in your strategy tomorrow, and go claim your rightful place at the bar. So what's the very first case law you're going to review right after this explainer ends? Get to it, and good luck.